Live from Beijing, I'm Jia Yang. We begin in Malaysia, which is hosting this year's Asia-Pacific Cooperation meetings. For the first time, the gatherings are being held largely online due to COVID-19. APEC leaders and CEOs of major corporations have been sharing their ideas on the global economic recovery. Rian Maelzer has our top story.
The command center for 25 hours of online APEC CEO dialogues. A marathon brainstorming session at a critical juncture for the region and the world. Chinese President Xi Jinping made the first keynote speech, a clarion call for APEC to stand firm in seeking greater trade and investment liberalization.
Unilateralism, protectionism, and bullying, as well as a backlash against economic globalization, have added to the risks and uncertainties facing the world economy. However, peace and development remain the underlying trend of our times. Meeting challenges through cooperation is the only way forward for us in the international community.
Malaysia's Prime Minister laid out the main theme: reimagining APEC, priorities in the aftermath of the pandemic.
These priorities are free and open trade and investment, regional economic integration, as well as economic and technical cooperation. What has and will continue to evolve will be the need to view these priorities through a pair of COVID-19 lenses.
Welcome.
In a dialogue session, Singapore Prime Minister Lee Hsien Loong said that APEC has pretty much stalled over the past 4 years, due largely to the Trump administration's opposition to multilateralism and to its seeing trade as a win-or-lose proposition. He anticipates that will change under the incoming U.S. administration.
I think they'll be more multilateralist.
Okay.
I think that they'll be more supportive of the WTO and of APEC. I hope that there will be a more constructive approach, one where countries work together rather than against one another.
The dialogue sessions will continue through Friday, culminating in Friday night's APEC Leaders Meeting.
U.S. President Donald Trump is still on the tentative list of speakers and attendees for Friday. Some media reports suggest he does intend to take part, although he skipped the last APEC meeting in 2018 and made clear months ago he intended to give this one a miss too. Rian Maelzer, CGTN, Kuala Lumpur.
In Thailand, a crackdown on protesters is underway after thousands converged on police headquarters in the capital Bangkok. Prime Minister Prayut Chan-o-cha has threatened to use all laws against those rallying. For the past 4 months, demonstrators have taken to Thailand's streets calling for a new constitution, the removal of the Prime Minister and reform of the monarchy. Clashes on Tuesday marked an escalation in violence with 6 people shot and dozens injured. On Wednesday night, thousands of protesters marched in central Bangkok in a show of strength against the government. They drenched the police headquarters in paint as officers barricaded themselves inside. And protesters say they will return and another rally is scheduled next week.